This presentation covers how to use Diigo.com to take notes on research information. First thing you want to do is go to Diigo.com and log in using the username and password provided to you in class. You want to use your class account for this. Once you're there, click on My Library and you should be able to see all the things that you've bookmarked for class in the past. Next thing we want to do is check to see if we have the Diigo toolbar installed. So in order to do that, look up at the top. You'll see something that looks like what my mouse is pointing at right now. The big thing you want to see is that you have bookmark and highlight installed because you're going to be using those functions. If you don't see this stuff in the toolbar section, or if you just want to check to see whether or not you have it, scroll to the bottom of your My Library page, and in the blue section at the bottom, beneath Diigo Tools, you'll see three options for installing the toolbar. The first is the top one, Diigo Toolbar, and that's if you're using Firefox or Internet Explorer. You could also pick Diigo Chrome extension if you're using Chrome. If you don't want to download anything to your browser, then you can select the Diigo Let, and it will work with all browsers without having to download anything. It doesn't have all the functions that the toolbar has, but it works. Once you have clicked on your option and installed it, then you should see this toolbar here at the top. And if you do, then you are good. Go back to My Library and we'll use this as our home base. The next step is to begin taking notes. So one thing you want to do is first pull up a source that looks like it might be useful to you, a source that you think you're going to want to take notes on and perhaps use in your assignment. I'm going to show you an example from the Okemos Public Schools Library Media Center. So if you go to okemoschools.net and click on Library Media Center, Research Databases, you will be taken to this page right here. I'm going to click on SIRS Knowledge Source to start. Now, if you are accessing this from home, you're going to need the username and password provided to you in class. If you're accessing it from school, you will automatically have access to the website. So in SIRS Knowledge Source, I'm going to search for something related to my research topic. So let's say I have selected to research realism versus romanticism in the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. So I'm going to start by saying realism in Huckleberry Finn and seeing what this keyword pulls up here. So let's say I want to pick this source right here, Refining Huck Finn, and I want to look at it. If I determine, after scanning the source and reading the summary, that I think this might be useful to me in my assignment, then this is something that I know I'm going to want to take notes on. So let's say that this is something I feel might be useful to me. I want to highlight it and bookmark it. So I can either use this toolbar at the top, or I can use the right-click function on my mouse. And what I want to do is bookmark and highlight. And if you want to give this tag so that you can organize your bookmarks later, you can. It's not required. Just make sure you click Save. You'll see that the passage has been highlighted on your screen. The next step is to add a sticky note. So you'll see this pencil icon pop up when you hover over what you've highlighted. In the drop-down menu, you'll see an option that says Add Sticky Note. That's what you want to do. You can write whatever it is, the reason why you chose to highlight this. So this is where your annotation comes in. This should be something that provides you useful information when you go to synthesize your research notes and determine which sources you're actually going to use in your assignment. It should also be an easy reminder for you for why you chose to highlight this. Why did you think this was useful? And It can be a sentence or two. It does not have to be complete sentences. It needs to make sense to you, and for me as a teacher, I need to be able to look at it and see that you are in fact thinking about why this is significant to you and why you might want to use it in your research paper. So you write your annotation on the sticky note. It's okay to go ahead and keep it private for now so that you can gather all of your notes before then sharing them with the class group. So once you have your annotation there, click Post, and you can go back and check to see that it posted by refreshing your browser in My Library. And then you should see it right there. And that's how you go ahead and take notes. You'll notice that what I've highlighted appears here as well as my annotation. It appears beneath it. Now when it's time to share your notes to the class group so that I can grade them for you, you want to make sure you go up here to View, and you want to make sure you select Advanced. When you do that, little check boxes will appear next to everything you have bookmarked. Click the checkbox and then Share to Group. And what you want to do is you want to share it to the group that corresponds with your class hour. So American Lit 3rd hour, 4th hour, 6th hour, whatever class hour you're in, share it to the group. It'll say processing up at the top, and then it will actually let you know that it has shared this. And this is how you use Diigo.com to take research notes for class.